Hey guys, I'm Steph from Wellness of Health, where we talk all things mental health and positive living. Today what we're going to be covering off on is that it is okay to be anxious or depressed. So we're going to cover off on some of the misconceptions and help you release some of that pressure to help you feel better about yourself as well. So let's get into it. One of the hardest things about feeling anxious or depressed is that you want to get out of it. You want to feel better. You want to feel happy again. And I understand that, no one wants to be anxious or depressed, but it's one of those things that happen. And throughout life, people are going to feel depressed or anxious at times. And it's about how you react to those feelings that are going to either help you or hinder you. So I understand some of those challenges that you're facing right now. I've been there personally. So today what we'll cover off on is some of the steps that I would like you to take to help yourself feel better. First point is to acknowledge your feelings. Acknowledge that you're feeling anxious or depressed and really sit there and understand it. Okay, there might be reasons why you're feeling that way, but me personally, one of the things I would do was suppress my emotions and not take them in and acknowledge that, hey, I'm actually, feeling a bit down here now. So that's the first thing you need to do, is acknowledge depression or anxiety exists in you at the time. The second thing that is even harder to do than the first thing is to accept that you're anxious or depressed. So I understand, no one wants to feel this way, and I guess some people feel that accepting depression or anxiety is kind of like being defeated by it, when it's actually the opposite. You're acknowledging and accepting, not so much welcoming, but saying, hey, all right, I feel depressed right now. And you're going to be a lot better in the long term if you accept these feelings and accept that it's a part of your life right now. Now you've acknowledged and you've accepted your feelings. The third step is to work on what you can change in your life, or what you need to change in your life to help you feel better and remove these emotions. Now, another thing with this is to actually accept that it will take time and you might not get it right the first time as well. So by taking step 1 and 2, the acknowledging and accepting the negative emotions, you may be able to actually pinpoint some of the reasons why. For some of you, it may be easier. It may be something like a relationship breakdown, or a family member has passed away, or something's happened to you personally. So if you understand it, that's great as well, because that will help you in your journey of change, and it may be a mindset change that we will work on. If you're not sure what it is, it may be something that we need to change with your lifestyle or something within what you're doing as well. Now what I want to cover off on are some of the misconceptions about anxiety and depression, that we often replay those thoughts in our head again and again, that I want to help you release yourself of that pressure. And this will immediately make you feel better. Number 1, when you're feeling anxious or depressed, people will think that you're weak. We need to let that go. Because no, if it was a friend of ours that was feeling anxious or depressed, right, we wouldn't say to them they're weak, would we? Okay, so Don't think that other people will think that of you. And if they do, they're not the type of people that you want to associate with anyway, okay? Or have to acknowledge their negative emotions or negative press towards you. Number 2 is that people will talk about you. I remember when I was going through these challenges, I was really concerned, that people would say, oh, Steph he's depressed, or he's really anxious at the moment. He can't make a decision as to what he's going to do with work or things like that. Do not let that one get to you, because I'm going to kind of flip this on its head and say people are going to talk anyway. If you're doing well, people will talk. If you're doing poorly, people will talk. That's something that is not in our control, okay? And trying to worry or think about what other people think or say or do is totally out of our control and totally going to remove our empowerment. We want to empower ourselves to feel strong about who we are and where we're at, and that ties in with the acknowledging and accepting of where we're at, because you can say, yeah, you know what, I'm depressed. I'm going to get through it, it's okay. But you're not letting other people's negative emotions come in and influence you there. Another one is people won't want to hang out with you. So we know that's not true either. Your friends and family, often when you're down, they're there to pick you up. It's often us that shy away. So if you're feeling depressed, you might not want to be seen out in public or with your friends. Believe it or not, that actually snowballs the challenges we're facing. I understand you're not going to have as good a time as normal, but even just showing face, going out, whether it's dressing up or getting dressed and going out for coffee or dinner, it will make you feel better. Research has shown that spending time with your family and friends, even in these challenging times, is dramatically going to make a massive difference. Okay, another misconception is that you are going to feel this way forever. This is another one that, for me, I remember I thought it was going to be a trend that would last the rest of my life, and my life was over, and the good times have come and gone, and now it's all downhill from here. This is clearly not the truth. Think of someone that you know that is really happy at the moment, probably the happiest person you know. Now, they're not going to feel that way forever. They're going to have times where they're down or anxious or something like that, that they're not going to be the person that you are, that you know right now. We need to understand that this is not a life sentence. It is up to us to change how we feel, and time is going to help us in that as well. Understand that things will get better and things will get worse again too. Things are going to go up and down. That is life. Just like the seasons, just like the progression of your life as well, things are going to go up and down. Finally, the last misconception is that you feel like you're the only one. And this is another massive one that, it isolates us. And when you're depressed or anxious, you want to put yourself in your room and watch TV and stay under the covers, and that's it, and you're alone and you're the only one. Well, that's being a little bit selfish towards ourselves, in that we're saying that we're the only ones that face these challenges. There's a lot of people that are going through even greater challenges than us. Sometimes with my challenges, would I swap with whoever's got the worst situation in the world? And the chances are that you're going to say, no, actually I want to keep my life, and I just want to change some things, and if this could work out, it'd be great. Think about the worst problem in the world someone's facing. It may be, I don't know, Donald Trump or someone like that. No, just joking. Trump is really happy with himself and his life, I'm sure. But it may be someone that, they've been wrongly accused or something like that. They're serving a life sentence in jail. And, would you want to swap with that person? I'm sure you wouldn't. In summary, guys, remember those steps. Step 1 is to acknowledge how you're feeling. Step 2 is to accept how you're feeling. Okay, don't try and change it immediately. Just work on acknowledging and accepting. And step 3 is changing your mindset or behaviors, which we will work on later. Now, very important to remember that changing does not mean change to not feeling depressed. It means changing behaviors and changing a lifestyle that will ultimately lead to you feeling better. Okay, but the whole time we're going to accept that anxiety or depression is there. We're not going to try and challenge it. We're just going to work on things that we can control. And slowly but surely, things will change as well. In closing, I want to give you one final thing. Anxiety and depression, for me, is like a big bully. With that bully, if the bully comes along and teases you or gives you a little jolt, and you have a laugh about it and say, oh yeah, good one, mate, and no worries, the bully's going to think, oh, I'm not getting a reaction out of this guy. This isn't fun. Like, he's laughing with me. I'm going to go pick on someone else. If the bully comes along and gives you a taunt and you fire up and get all frazzled and lose it and say, stop doing that, what are you doing, and piss off, mate, well, of course, the bully's going to love that and the bully's going to keep coming back. For me, with anxiety and depression, you need to accept it, even try and have a laugh about it, and you'll watch the tension and these negative emotions will flow. Let things be, and we're going to work on this together. There's a lot of good content coming that's going to help you on your journey. If there's anything you would like to see or focus on, please add in the comments, and I'll be happy to accommodate that in the next post if I can. Subscribe to the blog, guys, and yeah, look forward to speaking with you soon.